This week provides the biggest test thus far for Lane Kiffin's group, taking on longtime friend Kirby Smart and his national powerhouse, Georgia Bulldogs.
Exciting opportunity this week. Go play at Georgia. I think our players and staff are really excited about that. Anytime you get a chance to play, the premier program in college football.
We need the best atmosphere we've ever had in Sanford Stadium. I got a lot of respect for Lane. He does an incredible job.
5 years, they've only lost in regular season to Alabama and then our game here last year. So it's a very challenging team to always play, especially there, and really became the new Alabama and kind of built it the exact same way. People talk about people leaving Coach Saban and what do they take? I think Kirby basically is Coach Saban.
First big away test for Trinidad. Just kind of your thoughts on his going into an SEC opponent stadium like that.
We had the Kentucky, but this is another level. You have to block out the noise and really stay focused on what we have to do, which is play really well, take care of the ball, and let players make plays by you doing your job and not trying to do too much when you get in those environments.
Ole Miss and Georgia have had dozens of memorable clashes through the years. One contest that stands out in the crowd came in 1996, when a rebuilding Rebel squad made their way to Athens, looking for the always difficult SEC road win.
Yeah, 1996 was the second year dealing with probation for things that happened prior to any of us being at Ole Miss.
That was the first big year that the loss of scholarships really hit.
TV bans, bowl bans. It was a tough year. I think we had 57 guys on scholarship when everybody else had 85.
I think that team was a special team because they learned how to overcome adversity through some really difficult times. And also a coaching staff that was great at leveraging individual strengths.
We had some D linemen moonlighting as offensive linemen. We had guys going both ways. We had guys playing positions that they hadn't played before. 96 was the first year we could actually play on TV. So we were excited about being the Jefferson Pilot Game of the Week.
Now Hines Ward in motion to the far side. Fake a give to him. Give right side. Fumble loose on the ground. Ole Miss recovers at the 25-yard line. Falling on it is Brock Kreit.
I don't know if there was miscommunication between Bobo and Edwards, but I jumped on it. So, it was a good start to the game.
Well, we talk about turnovers. There's one in Ole Miss's favor. Here's the snap. The give is to Avery, sweeping right, following French. Got some room. He's to the 10. Sidesteps one man to the 5. Puts down a high. He's in there.
Probably one of the best athletes I ever played with. Speed. He was like tackling a ghost.
John Avery gets in for the touchdown, and Ole Miss takes a 6-0 lead in this football game. On the 26-yard line, Rebels with some pressure. Here they come. Bobo to throw. Swings it left side. Up in the air. Intercepted by Wayne. Wayne's gone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Wow.
To be 100% honest, I probably blew the coverage. I had the tight end man-to-man, and the tight end was one of those block and then release, and he blocked me, and I threw him and went to try to sack the quarterback when I should have actually just stayed with him. He tried to throw it over my head, and I was able to react and tip it right to Nate.
Way to go, D! Hey, good job, man. Hey, it's great. I should have caught so hit me in the hand.
There's the snap back to Ballou. Over the middle, wide open, touchdown. Back to throw is Bobo, deep to the far side. He's got Hines Ward. It's caught by Ward at the 6. He's in for the touchdown.
When the Dogs decided to bite back, they did it in bunches.
Back to throw, receiving some pressure, dumps it over the middle into the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown.
Reeling off 27 unanswered points against a tiring Rebel defense.
And then they just put the hammer down on us, and we had a tough time stopping them.
And the kick, he has the distance, and it is good. And Georgia at the halftime leads 27 to 14.
We need to go out and play. It's no tomorrow. We got 6 periods out there. Y'all know how we said it last week. If you can't do it for 6 periods, then we need to stay in here. We need to call the game. It's no more close. We need to be there. We need to go out there and play. It ain't close. We need to go out and play. I ain't gonna holler. We ain't gonna do nothing. We're going out there. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna come off the ball. Perfect. And let's play. Perfect. Not close. Perfect. Let's play some ball.
Senior Lawrence Adams was asked to inspire the team with his words in the locker room.
Back in punt formation will be Kevin Cooper.
Now he used his legs.
And it's a short snap to Lawrence Adams. The Rebels are going for it. Adams has a first down to the 35 to the 37-yard line. Short snap to the up back. Lawrence Adams for the first down.
He had been at Ole Miss for a long time and played a lot of different positions.
He was just a gritty guy. I mean, wherever Tommy put him or the team put him, he was successful. He was happy to do it.
The Adams conversion was the spark needed to light the fuse of a comeback.
Breaks the tackle, now looks to run. Hit from behind, fumble at the 9. Picked up by Kyle Wicker. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
I just remember the joy on all of our faces, and especially for Kyle, because he was such a team player and he was a team captain, and having to sacrifice and play out of position for the betterment of the team.
Kyle, you Joy. Get in there, Kyle. That man right there.
You want to do that damn fumble drill every day? Fumble drill, baby.
A 51-yard field goal by Tim Montz brought the Rebels closer.
Wow! 51-yard field goal for Tim Montz.
And now to start the fourth quarter. A 4th and goal from the 2 gave the Rebels a chance to take the lead.
And guess what, boys and girls? The Ole Miss Rebels are going for it.
We had some time, because the TV timeout in between quarters, to discuss what the play was going to be. And I just remember Coach Tuberville, while he was at Ole Miss, always had some pretty solid feedback for our coaching staff at timeouts. Tuberville looked at Coach Mazzoni, our offensive coordinator, and said, "Hey, score here or you're fired."
The Thunder set. 4th and goal from the 2.5. Nate Wayne is the fullback. In motion. There's the fake. Looking to throw. Anding's wide open. Touchdown! Eli Anding off the motion.
So when he called way up pass, there was a little extra pressure I felt to catch the ball. But we got it and got the score.
Georgia 99 yards away with 2 timeouts and 3:05 to play.
Felt good about just having him backed up in their territory. Anyways, I think it was the first play. Drop back, it was just play action, drop back, and I saw Bobo, throw the ball over the middle.
When Hines Ward runs a dig route, our 2 safeties run into each other.
And I just remember him spinning around and staying on his feet and running. I remember like it was yesterday, I was kind of on the other side of the field and just hear the roar of the crowd.
And looks to throw deep and over the middle. Ward makes a catch at the 25, breaks the tackle to the 30. He may go to the 40, to the 50.
Seeing him go, and I just, literally just took off running as fast as I could. And, about 40, 50 yards later, I realized, this is as close as I'm going to get to him. And if I'm going to catch him, I better dive now. And I dove and was able to clip his heels a little bit, and he had to stutter. And then Brock was able to push him out of bounds after that.
People ask us about that play, and I think I tell people I was just running scared. At that point.
And what people forget about is we had to hold them in because they still had time, and we were able to have a kind of a goal line stand to keep them out.
Everybody thinks the game ended on, after the Hines Ward stop, and then, we stopped them there. But there was still a good bit of time left, and we weren't able to get first down, so we punted it, and we got them to the last play. And, even on a Hail Mary, you never know. I mean, it's low probability, but, I'm a Bears fan and a Cubs fan, and so, I have a long history of bad things happening.
Here's your ball game. 10 seconds left to play. 4th and 10 for Georgia. 31-27 Ole Miss leads. Slot right, 1 receiver left is Hines Ward. Thick pin is on him. Shotgun to Bobo. There's the snap. Here comes the pressure. Jones trying to get to him. He fires deep and toward the end zone.
It was one of my favorite games, and it just kind of showed the hearts of the guys that I played with, and, it meant the world to me.
And going up is a bunch of players. It's loose. It's no good. It fell, and the clock is out. The Rebels have defeated the Georgia Bulldogs 31-27 in Athens.
winning on the road in the SEC is probably the greatest joy that you can experience.
Winning on the road feels like you're taking something from them.
And to be able to go in there and beat those guys in that kind of dramatic fashion too, just made it even sweeter. We went up 14-0, and then we were down 27-14, snap of fingers. And a lot of teams can just give up, and that just wasn't in our DNA.
You know, beating a team that they were a double-digit favorite, I'm sure, over us. They had 85 scholarships. We had 55. They had a bunch of NFL guys.
To come out and fight like that the second half, they thought we'd quit. There ain't no quitting in the Rebels. No.
I look back at that victory, and I think it is a turning point for Ole Miss.
Hey, all you young guys, you see what it takes to win.
Right.
It takes to win. It takes heart, baby.
It's a different level, different expectation for Ole Miss football.
It is, Gary. We're talking about the standard has been set. That's the standard that Coach Kiffin has set and built for Ole Miss.
Arriving in mid-October undefeated is literally only half the battle. For the Rebels, 6 games remain, 5 of them in Southeastern Conference play.
Getting with the 2 head coaches, one representing offense, one representing defense.
That's what's so exciting is how well they know each other.
Today's matchup with number 7 Georgia is only the beginning of a gauntlet.
All 60 minutes, gotta go win this game. We stick together, okay, through the good, through the bad. They're gonna make some plays, we're gonna make more, right? So stick together on the sideline, get the adjustments. Let's go find a way to go 1-0 today.
When I need you the most, I need your very best. And I want you to understand, your best is good enough. What does your best look like, man? You open your chest open for your brother, and you don't let him down. That's our strongest weapon.
Stay really focused on your job, man. All right, like a sniper going into enemy territory, okay? Nothing else matters, okay, except for the target. And the target is that I have to do my job as a coach, I have to do my job as a player, offense, defense, special teams. I've got to do my job in that matchup, and we get to the next one.
Looking to break the trend of slower first-half starts, the Dogs dipped into trickery to throw off the Rebs.
Chauncey Bowens. It's his turn to the backfield. He's got the football to Flea Flicker. Stockton launching downfield, looking for Colby Young. He's got it in stride. Trickery, and the Dogs in business inside the Ole Miss 25. This is Branch. Can he escape? No. They had him pinned in on that sideline. Drives it. No problem for Woodring. And Georgia settles for 3.
Deep behind enemy lines, the first quarter of this top-ranked showdown went as good as it could for the Rebels.
Crossing around is going to be grabbed by Lee, and he's got it. The throw, a quick pass to the 35 on an out route is going to be caught by Trey Wallace. Caught by Stribling. He turns and gets some yak yards.
6 completions, and he's hit 5 different receivers. Spreading it around.
I left to Stribling. There's the snap. He's chased out of the pocket. He's running left.
Can he get to the pylon? He does, standing up, and Ole Miss right down the field.
They're going to say they're going to man us up, and we got to win on the fades and the outside. Got it? They're going to try to man us here.
And now Frazier motions out. Stockton took a look that way. Now launches to the end zone. Wide open is Lucky for the touchdown. Tight ends playing a big part in that drive, and they cap it off. They're going to try to run for it. Lacey.
How about that? What a good sign on 3rd and short for Ole Miss. Lacey is a powerful downhill guy between the tackles. Has juice to be able to get to the 2nd and 3rd level, but get those tough yards to keep a drive alive.
A week ago, Kewan Lacey ate up huge chunks of turf en route to a 142-yard rushing performance. This Saturday, his main course was the end zone.
Snap, hands it to Lacey, right up the gut. He breaks the plane, dives in the end zone. Touchdown!
And Ole Miss finishes another touchdown drive to go back up top.
14-play drive, 10-play drive, 11-play drive for Ole Miss to open this game up.
Both quarterbacks clicking, both offenses humming so far here in Athens, midway 2nd quarter. Neither has been stopped. Who's going to get the first service break today?
Chambliss goes in motion to the far side. It's going to be a direct snap instead to Lacey. Forget the quarterbacks. He's going to take a direct snap, punches it across the goal line. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Still haven't failed on third down. Still have not been stopped from getting to the end zone.
Georgia has been a resilient team all year long. Ole Miss gets the ball to start the second half. An important drive here for the Dogs, the way this game is going.
Despite Lacey's 2 scores in the second quarter, the Dogs were on a long leash and poised to reclaim the lead just before half.
He takes off. They do have the 2 timeouts. He's short of it. They're going to have to spend it. If they're thinking end zone and not field goal attempt, they're down to 9 seconds here.
Wow.
And it's 4th down.
Yep, 4th down.
So he didn't, by not making the first down, that makes the decision.
See that? So that's awesome. That's a win. He's not thinking just about this drive. He's thinking about the entire game. He just got to stop, kept him out of the end zone. Maybe it's 21-20. They get the ball to start the second half.
When we play well, it's because we're blocking, we're tackling, we're catching, we're finishing plays. It is about going back out, all right, and doing things right longer than they do. Okay, whether it's on defense with pressures, okay, or on offense, you guys got to make the plays, all right, and close these guys out. Team on 3, 1, 2, 3. Team.
Receiving the ball to start the half is always a good thing. Rebel wide receiver Deshaun Stribling made it a great thing.
Now Wright comes over to settle on the right side by the right tackle. Quick pass caught at the 30. Breaking a tackle is Stribling. He's down the sideline.
Stribling in a foot race. Down the sideline. An electric touchdown. Ole Miss still perfect. 75 yards.
Made the first man miss and took it to the house.
They've been methodical the first 3 drives, Kirk. This time, boom.
Lane Kiffin's offense continued to throw daggers.
3-man rush, long throw sidelines. Going up to get it is Alexander, and a flag comes in.
Yeah, they're going to call pass interference on the defense.
But what a grab, and they're still perfect on third down.
That was incredible.
And made calculated risks look easy.
It's a big deal. They got to stop on third down to set up this 4th and short. Ole Miss is already ready to go, but they got to wait.
Direct snap. Lacey to Chambliss. Are you kidding me?
It's going to be a fake on the handoff, and keeping it right is going to be Chambliss, and Chambliss gets all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Trickery on 4th and 1. They're going to try to run right into it, and Chambliss, touchdown, he got in.
The Rebels have done it again, a touchdown on every possession in this game.
Ole Miss had led Georgia for 3 straight quarters, but the Dogs remained within striking distance.
Play 12 of this drive. Looking to throw for it, pitches it down, and Frazier walks in. Desperately needed for the Dogs to cut into this lead. Looking for more. Oh, it was Naquan Wright running down the seam. Chambliss slings it, broken up. Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, has a stop against Ole Miss.
For the first time all day, a punter entered the game, giving the trailing Bulldogs a shot at the lead.
Yeah, it's Bell. Off and running, Dylan Bell. Dragged down at midfield. Fake it to him, Stockton end zone, caught, touchdown, hat trick, Lawson Lucky.
Touchdown to Lawson Lucky, his 3rd touchdown catch of the game.
The margin is 5 as the Ole Miss offense takes over midway here in the final quarter.
3rd and 9.
Here we go, 3rd and 9. Chambliss launching downfield, battle for the ball, making the play. Dogs get another stop, back-to-back 3-and-outs.
For Ole Miss, the math was now very simple. Hold Georgia to a field goal or less, and you still have a chance.
So the Dogs at 2nd and 12 looking to throw for it. Stockton down the far sideline. Making a catch is Dylan Bell. 1-on-1, fought back and came up with it. Frazier's running it to the right. And going to set up a 3rd and short. Frazier No, he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
So 4th down up and coming.
That kick gets up and over the long arms of Wright. Knocked it right through. Minutes to play. Ole Miss needs to move it 77 yards and then convert a 2-pointer. Chambliss trying to stay alive and now just has to throw it away. Rebels down to 2 plays. Pressure again. Stands and delivers, and it was almost intercepted. Dalen Everett broke it up, and it's 4th down.
4th and 10 from the 35 of the Rebels. Chambliss takes the snap, wants to throw. It's batted away. Ball game.
Batted down to the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Horton again.
Georgia will be able to kill the clock. Stockton is going to take the snap and go down on knee with 1:28 left.
It's the Dogs surviving and advancing again.
You know, told our guys that this is exactly what you could want. You know, you're in the 4th quarter and you're up 2 scores at Georgia, chance to beat them 2 years in a row. So, you know, you could feel good that we've come a long ways from where we were 2 years ago in this room, feeling from playing these guys, but it's right there. Or we're sitting here in a very different, you know, we make one significant play in that area there. We're sitting here saying, man, what a great job coming in here, and great job by the guys, you know, getting up early on them and finishing off Georgia to go 7-0, and we didn't.
Does it still feel like everything's on the table? For sure. You know, we have a lot of season left. You know, we're not going to let this one loss define us. You know, we're going to keep moving forward on to the next game.
We know that you're going to run into some bumps in the road. You know, Georgia's a good team, credit to them. But this team, you know, we're not done. You know, this isn't going to define our season. You know, we're going to bounce back, get ready for Oklahoma, and, play some good ball.